gnaw at you until the day you die. But you have to let it go, and you have to live your life as you see fit, trying to be the best. I try to be the best husband, try to be the best father that I possibly can to my wife and kids, and try to keep a business open. Sure, we're old school, but we still try to do good for the community and still offer a good product. Still got the best hamburger in Charlotte.
The judge seemed particularly sympathetic with you. He mentioned that his dad was also a twin. What did you think of that reaction from the judge?
That was a surprise that almost took me by surprise. I'm not going to lie to you, I teared up. And, you know, it's something to be sympathetic towards a person that lost a brother or a sister, but to someone that's lost a twin and can understand what it is to lose a twin, and yet that is part of your soul, and you're losing part of your soul. But just to hear that from the judge was very, very comforting to me and my family.
David, how do you and your family move on from here? What does that look like? I know you said you got justice, but where do y'all go from here?
We're just gonna take the rest of this week off and give thanks just like everyone else is. But you know, we're no different from anybody else, and we know we have to go on, and we're all gonna go on. I've got so much support between my family and the community, especially the NODA community. No, I'm not gonna leave. I'll be right back next Monday and just can't wait to wait on everybody.
How do you want your brother to be remembered other than this trial? Since this has gotten so much attention, what do you want people in the community to remember the most about him?
You know, I'm sure everyone's seen the video of what my brother did. I hadn't said anything about this before, but my daughter, of course, she's the manager over there. She was right behind my brother coming to work that morning. Out of everything my brother did, he knew that. And he knew that he was going to have to calm this situation and do something. And at the very, very last minute, you saw what he did. He lost his life because he loved his family. And he did not want anything to happen to my daughter. And that's just the kind of man my brother was. And I don't think there's a whole lot else I can say about that.
I just have one more question. The jury, as Hunter pointed out to me, did not hear the part about their prior criminal history.
Mm-hmm.
If you could tell, what did you see on their face when the DA was going through that list and then the judge went through that list? What did you see on their face?
It was just symptomatic with them. I mean, it's absolutely, they didn't care about, you know, what they were hearing. They knew what they did. And, you know, it's just something that they're part of this system, but the wrong part of the system. And it's just something that they've got the rest of their lives to think about.
Yeah, what did you see the jury did you see the jury's face when they were reading through their...
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I did. Yeah.
What did you see, or any of y'all, what did you see on their face? Because that's not anything, they were just hearing that for the first time.
They were, but you know, they were just privy to so much information, just like we were before the trial. You don't want any information like that to get out. But I saw the look on their faces, and I think they knew from that point that they made the right decision.
Yeah. How relieved are you that this was such a quick verdict?
Pardon?
How relieved are you that the jury came back so quickly for you all?
Well, when they came back and they had 3 or 4 questions, I said, well, maybe this is going to last longer than what we think. But when they got all their ducks in a row or their cards in a row and understood everything that was in front of them, they made a fair and impartial decision and made the right one.
Thank you. Thank you, entire family.
Thank you all. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You've been listening live to David Brooks, the twin brother who lost his twin Scott Brooks in that Brooks Sandwich House murder 6 years ago after a jury just delivered a guilty verdict for both of the men accused of killing his brother. Something we've heard Mr. Brooks say time after time is losing a family member is another thing, but losing a twin is something that a lot of people simply won't understand because it's a part of your soul that is lost.
Absolutely, and Scott and David were as close as could be because they were twins. Scott was 61 years old when he was murdered 6 years ago on December 9th. It'll be 6 years come this December 9th. That Brooks Sandwich House has been operating there for 52 years. Their father, whom I also knew and was friends with David and Scott, C.T. Brooks, started that sandwich shop, and it became an incredible, iconic part of Noda. It was there before Noda was Noda. But they ran that. Mr. Brooks himself, Mr. C.T. Brooks, passed away several years ago, and Scott and David did take over that store there. And it has been a long time for them to wait for this verdict to come in and this trial to be over. But you can see that David Brooks is very relieved of this, and he says he forgives the men for what they did, but they needed to be held accountable. So again, guilty verdicts, first-degree murder, guilty verdicts. Also, they have both been sentenced to life in prison. We understand that an attorney said that both will be appealing that verdict today.